Hi, you've heard me mention the Honda HRH536 quite a lot. I had the bent crank problem, but I thought it was time to do a bit of a review on this. I would actually say it's the best mower I've ever used. And I've used most of the Honda ranges. There's not many Hondas I haven't used, and this is by far the best. I suppose the only downfall is it's quite heavy. But if you use this mower, you'd find you would not want to go back to any other ones. They do a roller version too. This one has hydrostatic control, so that's slow and that's fast. No 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gears or whatever. No, nothing like that. It's just that'll take you about mid speed, that'll take you slow, and that'll take you fast. I usually have it more near the fast. You just got the normal throttle there. It boasts GX V160 engine, which is a commercial engine Hondas use. Yeah, rather than the I think it's CGV 160 engines, and they do the 135 as well. They're the smaller ones. I think that's a model of the cheaper range engines. Yeah, so it's hydrostatic drive. It's got the blade brake clutch, which is easy. You just press that and that engages it. They fit that sort of system on a lot of them, but the good thing I like about this one is the blade brake clutch underneath is the one they've been using on their Hondas since the 80s, even perhaps the late 70s. So you know, it's a tried and tested system, and I haven't really had any problems. Only, like I said, with that bent crank, and that wasn't the actual clutch's fault. It was because it wasn't running true. But I do very little maintenance to this, really. Just service now and then. Always starts about second, third pull. It collects well, even when in wet, and the speed is good for a heavy mower. You can see it's got the aluminium rims with the hard rubber on them. They're quite warm, but I don't find that a problem. I've got spare wheels if I need to put them on, but I find these are fine. I don't find it slips or anything. It's got the hard aluminium deck. This particular one is a 2006, so it's about 10 years old, just over 10 years old. So I don't think this is actually quite. I think this is a grass bag off of an HRX537. I think they're fractionally smaller, but the fitting, how they fit, is exactly the same. So I just grab whichever bag is around when I need to use the mower and use that. So yeah, it's got the bump bar at the front to save breaking the aluminium. This deck actually is in good condition. So yeah, I really think these are a great mower. They are pretty hefty price though. To buy a new one of these today, you're talking £1,300 or £1,400 in the UK. I think I've had it was a Honda HRC or perhaps HRA, I'm not quite sure. It was I think that's a more American version, and that was exactly the same engine, gearbox, but it had a steel deck instead of the aluminium one. Someone could probably put me right on that if they're from across the pond in America, the equivalent to this one. But I think it's the HRC 536, I think, and that had the hydrostatic drive and everything. So much the same, just had a steel deck, but a strong steel deck. But I had one and I broke for spares for this one. But yeah, that's about all to say on this. The only thing is the handles don't go down very easy. They do go down, but you have to take all them bolts and that out and that strengthening bar, so there is a little bit of messing about to get them down. I'm alright with the van because I can just get it in, and that's the thing with the weight. If you're on your own, you either need a ramp to get it in, because it is well over, probably says the weight on it, it's about, I think it's about 50 kilos, so it's quite heavy. So Yep, there you are. I'll leave it there. You'll have seen some footage on this either in a video before this or after this, but you've seen it all before.